A woman's sudden turn spilled the usual sponsorship items, prompting an eerie, mysterious event. Countless marbles seemed to have been hastily drawn on the floor, as if by a mysterious force. The woman realized something was strange beneath the blanket, so she pulled it back and grabbed a nearby hammer, intending to break the floor. Unflinchingly, she looked down to see her nephew. The woman, regaining her senses, quickly paid and forcefully struck downward, causing the floor to lift. The examination of the ancient dry well by the authorities revealed an unknown creature had mysteriously appeared behind her. Sensing danger, the woman hurriedly stood up, but could not locate the threat. Caught off guard, she turned around and was struck by a punch. Her attacker then readied a fatal blow with a raised hand. The flickering lights didn't save the woman, but the other party had already found 100 changing situations. Facing this unexpected scenario, the employee prepared for peace, only to discover it was a large hairdryer. Delighted by the titanium fossils, they failed to notice the beheaded shepherd. The woman grabbed a wrench intending to send Sister Zen away. The woman rushed to Linky Cave and caught her nephew. Luckily, her boyfriend arrived in time, but she stopped him from intervening, and instead comforted him like a skilled performer. The person's words and actions claimed they were willing to form a family with the other party. Much to the surprise, when Zen heard this, she was deeply moved. Without further ado, she released the young man from her embrace, only to revert to her usual businesslike demeanor. The unexpected occurred again, in a critical situation over there with Carrie Carr. The series of events unfolded due to a typical prank that took place. A woman's nose suddenly bled heavily, causing her to have trouble breathing. Her worried friend rushed to help, but the woman then stood up unharmed. This was the intensity of his heartfelt performance. Whenever she let her guard down, Black Sister would suddenly tremble and collapse on the sofa before she could recover. Haimai suddenly had an epiphany, gazing outward, unaware that her actions were all an act. Yet, she claimed she had even pretended to scatter birds on the ground. Confused, Little Beauty's hand suddenly moved as the black object was placed on the table. Though she was rescued in time, the black girl then drew a gun, facing her best friend. Bring one side of the cardboard box to the kitchen, and ignore it. The bored black cat wandered into the living room alone. The TV mysteriously lit up. I thought it was just an auditory illusion, so I went over and turned it off. The TV turned on again unexpectedly. The woman above cut the power, expecting something ominous to happen. An unexpected dark figure suddenly appeared on the screen, but you paid it no mind. Turning around, he was surprised to see the screen leaking water, nearly startling Black Sister. The client, who had been deceived before, frantically sought Xiaomei's help, but she was skeptical. Seeing a black woman on TV charge at him, he was terrified and wet himself. However, Sister Zen's next action caused him to lose his temper immediately, despite her simple move not being particularly powerful in combat. Suddenly, the nature on one's back changed. But just when the dark-faced individual thought they were invincible, the true solution was found unexpectedly, suddenly using full force, knocking it to the ground. By the time the meal was ready, the Black Gourmet had already been sent away. To find the truth, Xiaomei went to the funeral, but Black Sister's mother said her daughter's death was linked to a strange video. He immediately found the tape tonight, but when he played the tape on the TV, the situation inside utterly shocked him. The woman had just turned on the TV when a mysterious white-clad woman appeared on the screen and approached her. Little Mai's puzzled gaze widened as she spoke of her rice. The counterphone rang before he could recover. He suddenly recalled the stranger's words. Whenever I look back, I will surely remember my close friend within a week. The delicate Silk Maiden rushed to the wizard's home overnight to seek guidance.
Interface waited for everything to settle down. But the small videotape launched by the Federation, however, unexpectedly a lit lamp appeared first. Unable to comprehend what was going on.
Irritated, Little Mai reached out and pulled the flies directly from the TV screen where the woman in white appeared. The perverted man's hands returned to the woman, but his strength was incredible. He slapped her face with the nameplate, yet she retaliated with equal force immediately. He spat at him, enraged, and forcibly pushed the woman towards the TV, striking the other person's face violently. Despite pulling out the other party's hair in 1997, the party members thought the crisis had been resolved. But when May returned home, she found her nephew secretly watching the video. Mai realized something was wrong, and received a call from the mysterious person, telling her to immediately go to the remembered lighthouse, not to save a cardboard box. Surprisingly, the only resident was an 80-year-old man, who revealed that the woman in the video was the one he had adopted years ago. By chance, Thinning spots recommended by others have greatly appealed to humans. Reseal the dry well to break the curse. After learning the truth, Xiao Mei returned home and unexpectedly discovered a crying well in the cellar. Zane's true form was released. The plan to rob the school cafeteria was underway when the door suddenly opened.
To everyone's surprise, the impending crisis was unexpectedly and swiftly resolved without much difficulty.
The film ends as they completely sealed off the treasury for Xiao Mei Hu and successfully got married. Until then.